Everyone, Mike here from PawnMate. In this video, I'm going to share with you how to generate an electronic 4473 form for your customer to fill out. So I'm on the checkout screen. I have a firearm here that I'm going to be processing. So let's go ahead and collect the money and then click process. Now what's going to happen first is my print preview will pop up just because I don't have a direct print option set up on my system. And so here we have the firearm disposition form here. So under the 4473 status column, it has not started. The 4473 is blank because I have not started one. The type is a handgun, description, inventory ID, and action. We also have a disposition note if you need one. So action, if I click the drop down, you can see I can start a new 4473 or I do not start a 4473. This is depending on the state. So let's go ahead and start a new 4473. Click process. And what you'll notice here, we have another pop-up that will appear. This is directing your broker on what to do. So you can direct the customer to navigate to the URL below or send a link. So you can send a link by email here. On the login screen, instruct the customer to enter the PIN. So here's the PIN that they will instruct or will enter in, and this PIN does expire in 90 minutes. Once the PIN is entered correctly, they'll gain access to the e4473 form. You can also print this off and hand it to them as well. Now, the majority of customers that are our clients have a computer set up or a screen set up that is on their branded e4473 screen. So it's always on this screen. Now this screen here, we have it translated into Spanish or English as well. So I believe that, let's just go back, 498. So I enter 498 in the PIN, I click begin. And then here is the e4473 form. So the section 8 is already filled in. Here, the section B is what your customer will need to fill in all the way down. So on the form, we have, the question mark. So to explain exactly what these questions are, I'm just going to go ahead and use my test data because there is a lot of information here to fill out. So I just want to show you quickly. Let's say I'm okay. I'm going to sign it and click continue. There's a few things I missed. One of the things I missed was certifying that my answers in section B are true, correct, and complete. So there's this little button here that you can click fix. It's going to go down to this section here. I'm just going to go, I certify it, but I'm also going to change this question here to yes to show you what it's going to do on the next screen. Okay, so I'm good to go. I click continue, submitted successfully. So let's go back into PawnMate and access that form. So I'm just going to go to favorites, 4473 form, and you can see here is the form. Now this is the ATF 4473 form page. We have all the filtering options, so you can filter by started date, certification date, transfer date. You have the calendar pickers here. We have all the statuses that you can filter by. You can look up by customer name, filter by store, manufacturer, importer, model, serial number, type, caliber, inventory ID, and then you can show the audits that you have done. So the one that I just did here, you can see awaiting seller certification. I'm just going to go ahead and click that. But before I do, I just want to show you that if I expand the row, you're going to get the manufacturer, model, serial number, type, caliber, if it's upon redemption, or and what the inventory ID is. So I'm just going to go ahead and click seller certification. And once the seller logs on, you'll see here that under section B, we have a warning. The transfer buyer answered yes to 21N. And then we also have some warnings below that, because what we do, if you click the section B, it's going to expand and show you what the customer filled in. Well, under my profile, my name is not Alicia Hawk. So it's telling us that the first name does not match the customer profile, the middle, last, number and street, city, and state. So that's what it's giving you a warning on. Now you can see that the error here, if I go all the way down, you can see now everything's grayed out, and I obviously can't change it. And I can't really certify it at this point because it's incorrect. So what the option that you have, if you go back into PawnMate here and you click the PIN number, this is going to clear the certification. So I'm just going to go ahead and click yes, because the customer has to go in and make that correction. Maybe it was an error incorrect. And so here is the new 389 is the new PIN. So I'm just going to go like this, go 389, click begin. And here is the form that the customer filled out with all the chosen options here. So as a customer, I'm going to go, oh, I meant no. I'm going to certify it, sign it, and the certification date has to be as of today. There's no other option. So I'm going to choose today, click continue. And then now that has been successfully submitted, I'm going to go back here and I'm just going to refresh the screen. And now I'm waiting for the seller certification. So now if I go back, you'll notice that error is gone because the customer corrected it. And the only other warnings I have, which will allow you to still certify it, is the name. Okay, so I can go ahead and fill in, proceed, date, today, do all that stuff. I can sign it. Transfer date as of today, click complete. And it says, whoa, the following errors need to be corrected. Issuing authority and type identification, number on identification, and response initially provided by NICS. So I go ahead and fix that one. That's right here. Good. Proceed on this one. And let's go ahead and complete. I'll show you what happens next. It says I'm missing value for 27A and 27B. So let's go to 27A. So B, the NICS. So we're good. Let's say complete. And now it's been successfully submitted. I'll go back in. I will refresh the screen. And now I can go ahead and see the completed ones. So this is the last one I did, was right here. Now what the employee can do is audit it after he prints the 4473. So let's go ahead and release it now. So I'm just going to go ahead to favorites. I'm going to go to unreleased firearms. And then you can see here at the bottom is the e4473 complete. So I'm going to go ahead and release it. Put my manager pin in, click release. And this is where you can have that NICS number. And now we're generating that 4473. And here is the completed record that you can go ahead and print. And I'm just going to show you one last thing. If I go back to forms 4473 and I want to go to complete, here now is the 4473 connected to the account. And this is where you can go ahead and open it up and you can audit if you so choose. How do you audit? You just click the X. I checked all correct. Put my employee pin in, click save. And now it was audited by myself on this date. And this is the note I added. That's the e4473. There's a few other things to it where you can start a e4473 on the checkout screen from a pawn. You can add a new one. I won't get into that right now, but if you guys are interested, make a comment below and I'll talk to you soon.